It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got Desmond Ridder. Solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Browns and the Ravens, next on Madden NFL 24.
We are just off the shores of Lake Erie in downtown Cleveland, Ohio, as we get set for football here at the always rockin' Cleveland Browns Stadium. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We're all set to go, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cleveland Browns.
Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they come in playing reasonably well. Losers the last time out, but winners of 4 of 5 before that. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
We saw something last week you don't see very often. Team loses, but the quarterback, the trigger man, Offensive Player of the Week in the AFC. That's pretty impressive.
You rarely see that. Of course, don't worry, folks. He said the obligatory, I would have traded that for a victory any day of the week.
Yeah, no doubt about it, but still, he must have played awfully well to win it when his team lost.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the Pro Bowl, but always so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ritter on 1st and 10.
And his throw is incomplete.
Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, but it's going to be second down. Here, look at this Baltimore defense.
They've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Back to throw, Ritter. A little short pass. This is Everett. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Third and 8.
Yellow, line.
Sticking with the passing game. Here's Ritter again.
And that is incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
That's taken on the 25.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And the Ravens, they'll take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
And a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Pickens going in motion left. First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And he will have a Ravens first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. The Ravens at 4-3, a game over 500. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2nd and 7. 2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Sly able to put this one through.
And the Ravens strike first at 3's hit.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's go.
Ritter to throw it.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
You know, look at this Baltimore defense.
They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Ready, go.
himself to start it out. Robinson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Check in on the numbers last week for Robinson.
17 carries, 91 yards.
They put a lot of effort into game playing and establishing this ground game last week, and reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry is an indicator that this ground game wants to be established again this week.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On third down, here's Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Come on. Hey.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 4. Option play, here's Robinson.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Richardson on the bootleg here.
He'll buy some time right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Ready.
From the gun, they go with Armstead. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Let's go.
And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. Here's one deep for Pickens.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down.
Here's Richardson to throw.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes. Steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings talking about this running game opening up.
On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. As they've got it as we resume action. On 2nd down, it's Jones.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 3rd and short, to try option left. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
2nd down and 4.
Here we go.
Ritter now looking to throw it this time.
He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 35. A good pickup there of 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter.
A little short pass. This is Everett. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Black swap. Yellow. Line.
Off the play fake, it's Ritter. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he had it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
4 catches now on this drive alone. They can't stop him. It's another first down.
Ritter will set up to throw it.
That's going to be caught by Kirk.
Well, the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
When you see those RPOs run, you need the first man to attack and be a disruptor. And on that play, he closed down fast and helped knock it away.
To the air again, it's Ritter.
Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a...
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And it's going to be caught for the Browns. Touchdown. Gerald Everett with an amazing diving catch.
And the Browns are an extra point away from capturing the lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game. Where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. A give to Robinson on the option. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. Quick throw to Olave.
Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage was so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Richardson on 2nd and 10. He's got this to Pickens.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Sets up the screen to Robinson. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Bijan Robinson,
his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Joey Sly on for the extra point.
And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Bijan Robinson.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretary lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. A very solid gain of 27. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Ritter from the gun.
Completes it to Aguilar. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Ritter's and the throw here caught by Addison.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Yellow, line, switch, yellow.
Ritter back to throw.
Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. I love plays like that. Defensive lineman holding the football. It's like a kid who stole a cookie from the cookie jar, and then he's just fleeing the scene of the crime.
And all he's doing in his mind, reliving his days when he was young, probably played fullback on his high school team, always wanted to be the tailback carrying the ball, trying his best to lug that bad boy the distance.
Pretty impressive pick there off the screen, and then a nice return.
You know, nowadays, they do more ball drills with the big guys than ever before because they want to take possessions away from the offense.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
That's complete right around the 8.
And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Bijan Robinson, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead now stands at 13. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Ritter.
This is caught. It's Kirk. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Now Ritter to throw on 1st down.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Let's go.
2nd and 10. Here's Ritter.
And this is incomplete.
And a smart play there. I was probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Back to throw, Ritter. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Richardson. He completes it to Olave.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Now Richardson back to throw it. That is caught. Kincaid with it.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll begin up in the Steel City, Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh. And it's the Jaguars who have the lead in the second quarter. Russell Wilson has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we move to H-Town to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Tennessee Titans. Russell Gage, a touchdown reception. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Tyler Boyd, a touchdown reception. It was the former Longhorn, Bijan Robinson, who was tough to stop in that first half. He found the end zone twice, once on the ground and once in the passing game, as he proved he's anything but a one-dimensional running back. Final adjustments being made in the locker room. We're just about set for the second half from Cleveland, and to bring it your way, we go back up to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And able to get this out to the 25. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They were losers a week ago to Baltimore, but they lead things here as they start 1st and 10. Second half begins with a run by Robinson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Throwing out right here, caught by Olave.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Okay, ready?
Richardson looking to throw this. Throw left side taken in by Palmer.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defense.
And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23.
54 yards on the punt, 12 on the return.
And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Here's its throw, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
It looks like one of the DBs has it.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Following the fumble recovery, Richardson sliding out of the pocket.
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes.
He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard, and 2nd down.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight to the quarterback and put him on the ground.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, after that last sequence, they're sitting pretty comfortably. They force the fumble, get the field goal, and expand on that lead here in the 2nd half.
And don't expect them to rest on their laurels after that kick either. They'll keep their effort up until the final whistle. They don't consider any lead safe.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Browns offense trotting back onto the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 32-yard line.
Ritter now.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. 1st down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
Ritter here on 3rd and 2. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit him quick. Little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Finally hauled down for the 1st time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's a give to Jones running left. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at the 18. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Oh, he's been fun to watch in this one. He's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions. But that wasn't the right read on that one. It falls incomplete.
Mustang 19.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
On third down, here's Richardson. He lets it go deep for Olave.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. On the counter, here's Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That second down play nets a -4.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field. That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now Richardson. Left side, he's got Robinson.
A solid stiff arm. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth.
First and 10, it's Richardson. They'll set up the screen for Nwangu.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
up a 6. Brings up second and
On second down, here's Nwangu.
And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play.
Gaucho on the tackle. It's a loss of a yard.
60 average, 60 average.
From the shotgun, Richardson. They'll look down the field here for Kincaid. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Richardson on fourth down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Now Richardson. This one taken in by Olave.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And the Ravens first down.
Richardson to throw off play action.
Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. And he'll get it right back to Washington. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Going with Armstead, a first down carry. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up.
Richardson off the play fake.
They'll roll him out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Anthony Richardson
with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game.
And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Now Joey Sly for the point after.
And that will bump the lead up to 26. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it was Anthony Richardson who took it into the end zone to finish things off.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. Escapes the defender.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A good position to be in here, second and inches.
Ready?
Looking to throw it here, Ritter.
And completes it to Kirk over the middle. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Now a second and 10.
Yellow.
Another throw coming up here for Ritter.
That ball's caught. Aguilar right side.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars if this ball was overthrown.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Christian Kirk, 53 yards. And the Browns' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Smith red, check pink, black swap, yellow, lining.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. So the drive there took 6 plays. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. 53 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away. And now it's 3rd. And this offense on 3rd down today, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. That is caught. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way and worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage with just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result,
he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And the Browns are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The Browns Browns drive about to get started.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Ritter backed up in his end zone. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Here's J.K. Scott now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Thompson Robinson throwing here. He's got his target. That's complete.
He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Robinson.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Robinson diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown.
Sometimes offense, if you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Slide for the PAT.
And that will bump the lead up to 26. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score Might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard.
And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. A big play that time for Cleveland. And even 40 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A little short pass. This is Everett. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running.
Touchdown! Gerald Everett with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. And a fair catch taken here at the 5-yard line. Huh, interesting.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the... All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco.
And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for Baltimore,
they improved to 5-3 as they approach the halfway point of this 17-game schedule.
and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down.
And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.